Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. Y'all already know the Cash App, $ Deem by any means. Y'all know the PayPal at Deem by any means. You go press that $. You press that heart with the $ at any time your heart desires. Yeah, please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated. It's been at least 48 hours now. I just wanted y'all to know that the boxing community is full of fakes, and I don't understand why y'all sit up here and support these guys. I did my research. All the pro Devin channels ain't saying a peep about Devin Haney's situation. And I don't even really care about the situation. What I care about is the biased coverage. These was the same people y'all was out here talking about foreclosures and Gervontadavis taxes. Now don't nobody got nothing to say. You got them still making videos on tape like Devin, like what happened to Devin ain't out here right now. And then they'll want you to believe that they not paid for it. Now, for me, y'all can say, but I just don't think that it's a coincidence that all of the pro Devin channels ain't talking about it all at the same time. But they all got Gervontadavis videos. Just go back and look. And if you a Devin fan, you can't even say I'm lying. I guess it's innocent until proven guilty. It's funny because they didn't even know Gervontadavis' business. They ain't know if he was innocent or guilty or not. They was talking about it. They ain't know why his career was foreclosed or not. They was talking about it. They said Gervontadavis was out here having money and tax problems. Like they actually know Gervontadavis accountants and things like this. Like somebody from Gervontadavis camp told y'all about his taxes. And y'all want me to believe that. Should be ashamed of yourselves. 100% ashamed of yourself. And I just came here to expose it. And I hope that y'all know, right again. I was right again. I told y'all what it was going to be. And now it is that. Don't come to me with no Devin talking points. Don't come to me about what somebody said or nothing. Because the first thing I'm going to ask you, anytime you come on my channel and say anything about Devin, where did you get that from? Before I go live and have any type of conversation with anybody from Devin Haney camp, or anybody that supports Devin Haney, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, where did you get that from? Who told you that? And if I hear certain names, I already know. Because then if I hear certain names, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, why they not talking about Devin Haney restraining order case? What's good for the goose got to be good for the gander, right? Can't talk about how, look, where Tim Bradley at? Remember all that stuff Tim Bradley said without knowing the truth about Gervontadavis? Have you heard Tim Bradley say anything? What about Clarissa Shields? Has Clarissa Shields said anything about Devin Haney's situation? Have y'all heard any pro Devin channels say anything about it? Oh, they gonna let due process go. It's funny now. People understand. Wait until somebody find out that they're guilty. Wait until you get all of the information. Waiting until don't just put a jacket on somebody and you don't have all of the facts. The problem is they did all that and more when they came to Gervonta. And then y'all will be mad at me for bringing it up and showing the hypocrisy in it. That part I don't understand. So y'all don't want me to expose it? Y'all don't want me to say anything about it? That's exactly what you will hope will happen. Y'all know their names. Y'all know who they are. I don't have to say it. All I have to say is, why they not talking about this situation? Don't tell me it's above them and they don't talk about stuff like that, because then that'll blatantly show the lies and the biasness right there. I told y'all these guys are paid for. These guys want to have relationships with these fighters. These guys know that they channels run off of these fighters, and they understand that talking about this could possibly mess up their relationships with a Bill Haney, with a Devin Haney, etc. And under no circumstances are they willing to jeopardize that, even if they gotta look fake. But don't ever compare these guys to me. Don't ever come over here and talk to me about what they said, what they didn't say, who they is, what they do. I don't care. I don't care that they working hard, making money. I don't care that they out here putting out content. Yeah, they out here putting about a bunch of lying content out here. Yeah, they working hard, all right. A capping. Yeah, they working hard, all right. At being frauds. Yeah, they working hard. At saying everything's subjective to change. Yeah, they working hard at putting narratives out. I completely agree with that. I'm just glad that I told y'all I came in this boxing content creating thing to expose it, because it made me sick to my stomach how fake these dudes is out here. And I'm glad that this situation happened because it got to expose it. I believe the girl setting Devin Haney up. I don't believe Devin did that, but if he did, we gonna find out July 22nd, because they won't grant a restraining order if she doesn't have a lot of evidence. She would have to have a lot of evidence that Devin is threatening her, that he's harassing her, that he caused physical harm to her. She would have to prove that. I hope Devin get out of it. And like I said, only if he's not guilty of what she accusing him of. But y'all definitely guilty. Y'all 100% guilty, you fakes, you snakes. Same dudes out here that are talk crazy about Tank will be asking them for interviews. And this is why I tell y'all to stay neutral if you're going to be neutral. If you're going to interview boxers, don't give your opinion. Interview the boxer. Do what Fight Hub does. Do it, what's the other one? What's the other one, y'all? Fight Hub and Fight Hype. Do what they do if you're going to interview boxers. Do what they do. Don't be like people out here who strike deals with promotional companies and TV networks and was called out and told that they was being fake and biased prior to that for those reasons. And then you get a deal and then sit up there and say, I'm still my own man. No, you're not. No, you're not. Stephen A. Smith already exposed that they get told what to talk about from their bosses and higher ups. No, you're not. If you get told what to talk about, if you get told who you got to interview, you aren't doing your own thing. You are paid for. Literally. Are they paying you? Are you doing what they asking you to do? Then you are paid for. If you're going out to dinner with Bill Haney, you are paid for. You going to Devin house and you invited to every fight that they got. You ringside. You in the locker room. You are paid for. Don't try to tell us you're not biased. You are biased. That's when you know they're lying right there. I'm not biased. I'm not trying to. I like gervontadavis. That's one of my favorite fighters. Period. I don't want to interview the man. I don't want to be cool with the man. He ain't my family. I ain't going to back him when he do something fraudulent or none of that. For that reason, it ain't that I don't like gervontadavis or think gervontadavis is a good person. The problem is that I never sacrifice my integrity and being able to say what I want to say. And when you want to interview these fighters, I don't care what you say. You are to a certain extent. Now, a lot of these guys, so far, they don't give y'all a lot to sit up there and come at them about, but we'll see when the time comes. I don't have to worry about any of that. Y'all know how many boxers I can interview, how many interviews I can get, how many people I can get to come to my channel? That is no problem. I'm actually friends with a top boxer in the game. He hasn't even been on my channel. Because I don't need people to know my personal business or who I'm cool with, who I'm not cool with, on what connections I got, what connections I don't got. I want to be able to give my opinion on boxing, be fair, speak from the heart, and not be compromised. But as we've seen from this Devin Haney coverage, that they're highly compromised. Because if they wasn't, they would be speaking on it. If it was anybody else, they would be speaking on it. And definitely if it was Gervontadavis. That's all I came out here to expose. I'm glad that it was exposed. So when you come to me talking about what you heard about Devin, what you heard about this, what you heard about that, I'm going to ask you where you get that from. Who told you that? And it better not be from somebody that's biased or one of these channels that want to talk about Gervontadavis taxes and foreclosures, but don't want to speak on this Devin situation. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Ding, buy, in, means. And I'll holla at y'all.